Welcome back to the Difference Engine podcast. I'm your host, Caleb Oakes. Recently, we've been talking about mindset and sleep, just some general principles. Today, I want to talk about marketing for business owners, mostly for new business owners or 5 to 10 person employee groups. 1 to 5 years in business, generally speaking. But this applies to anybody. And I think it's really well encapsulated. Everything I'm going to say here in this marketing talk is really well encapsulated by this quote Alex Hormozi said. He said, "What you're fighting against tooth and nail is obscurity. Life or death fight against anonymity. You are unknown. So if you have the best product ever, the best fulfillment team, your employees are incredible, it doesn't matter because no one knows you're around. And until they know you're around, it doesn't matter how good you are at sales. If no one ever knocks on the door or clicks your webinar link, makes that first engagement, replies to your email, none of the rest of the stuff you built out matters at all." So with all the myths and noise and discussion and dialogue, all the gurus that talk about marketing is really, really simple. It's really, really simple. So I want to give a practical framework for any business owner, what marketing is and what it's not. And when I was making notes for this, I wrote quote I spelled it QOU, which never happens in the English language. That was a low point of my day, was misspelling quote, when I was frantically making notes. So what marketing is and is not. A lot of times you see marketing represented as a bullhorn or a loudspeaker because it's really about getting attention. That's the whole principle of marketing. All you have to do is garner a little bit of curiosity or a little bit of intrigue, a little bit of desire of what is this and would it help me? That's it. It is the beginning of sales, but it is not sales. And arguably, if your marketing is like out of the park, amazing, good, your sales becomes much, much easier or relatively non-existent. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be good at sales. If there's no marketing, if there's really nothing, if you're cold calling or door knocking or generating leads, kind of blunt force trauma, you have to be really good at sales. So there's an interesting balance between these two where they behave together pretty directly, but some indirectly too. You need both the skills. Marketing is not sales and sales is not marketing. If you want to think about it in a funnel, marketing is the first half and sales is the second half. You don't close with marketing really, but you also don't really garner attention with sales. Very important things. If whatever you can do, the funny thing that popped in my head just now is car dealerships with the guys out front that wave in it with the air. That's marketing. It's a very cheap and goofy marketing, but it works because the human eye is drawn to motion. So there's an element of truth in what they're doing. Anything you can do to garner attention, that will get the ball rolling for you. Now there's silly ways to do it that will also hurt your credibility. And there are very ineffective ways to do it that'll waste your money. A lot of things that will waste your money in marketing. And that's where the myths kind of come in. There's a lot of marketing agencies that can't necessarily guarantee results because the whole thing is just not a smoke and mirrors show, but you can put anything out anywhere and there's no guarantee on the ROI. With sales, you can definitely tell when sales increase. Marketing gets a little fuzzier because most business owners believe if you just put an ad out, if you just publish something, if you just do some social media posts, that you're marketing. Arguably, you're marketing. Is it effective? That's a different thing. So I teach a 5 ways formula. My colleagues in Action Coach do as well. The 5 ways formula goes through a very predictable set of events that garner prospects and turn them into customers for you. Prospects have not bought yet. They might be interested. And then you have people who bought your stuff, which become customers at that point. Now, that's the whole process of marketing and sales, converting total strangers to people who are purchasing your stuff and become raving fans. In the 5 ways formula we use, there's 365 different marketing strategies and ideas. It's a lot. We don't use those for every single client. I don't use them for every single client because there's And usually the client knows. They can look at the list and say, hey, these 3 would probably be best for my industry, and they can pick, and then we run those, and then we track every single stage of it. So we're not just looking at the number of leads in. Most business owners are like, I want more leads. And I'm like, that is a lie. You want more money. It's not the same thing. Leads, too many leads will kill your business. You can drown yourself in work because when you can't fulfill on all those because your team's not grown there yet, you'll start getting 1-star reviews for how bad your service is because you're jamming people into your space and giving them lower quality because you were just rushing to get everything done and satisfy them. It will not work. You can drown yourself in marketing. So it has to be gone about in a very systematic way, very predictable way. I've sat down with business owners before on our first meeting and they're like, yeah, I don't market anymore because I wasted $800 in this one magazine ad. And to that I say, did you test the headline for $20? And they're like, what does that mean? And I was like, okay, that's no. So marketing is math, period. Marketing is math. If you can take what dictates how to become a guru, anybody can become a guru in marketing, and that is listening to the marketplace. They tell you what works for them. And usually if you're doing ad copy, it's just the adjustment of like 1 or 2 words a lot of times. If you come up with the best headline and the best content body and the best tag and the best call to action with no outside feedback from anybody else, how do you know it's good besides that you thought of it? So really, really good marketers test, and they test in safe environments that only cost them $5 at a time, $10 at a time, $20 at a time. Social media is crazy. If you ever hear marketers talk about social media, it's crazy because it's free. And they actually just added A/B split testing to YouTube. For those of you who don't know what A/B split testing it is, it's scientific. You take one complete object. So on YouTube, it'd be videos, but if we want to go old school, a magazine would be like title, unimage, maybe a subheader, copy, and then a call to action at the end. If you do A/B split testing, they're the exact same, except you change one thing in the B version. Maybe the subheading's different, maybe the text or the picture is different. And so you have 1 and 2, and you're only changing one thing. Because if they're completely different, you don't know what really got that person's attention. Was it the picture? Was it the subheading? Was it the title? Which thing made the difference? So if you A/B split test, you just do A and B, different image, B1. Great, this is the better one. This one got 20 clicks or 20 calls. This one got 50. Winner. But then we take this one and we keep the image and we change the heading now. So A, this is the winner. A, the new A is this heading, and we change the heading on this one. 15 calls, 45 calls. This is the new winner. We've changed the picture and the title so far. So all that being said, that's what marketing really is but it's very proactive. It takes time to get good at that. Now you can develop instincts for it. You can predict based off previous experiences, but the marketplace changes all the time. We have a more educated clientele base now than ever. Like, people have so much information now. They often walk in ready to buy. So marketing is oftentimes like guerrilla marketing, where if you can get AI to say the things that you want to, or if you're seen, 7 to 12 touches is what converts a sale. Well, if 8 of those were social media, that person's ready to buy before you ever talk to them, possibly. That's where the marketing starts to come over into the sales side, where they think they have familiarity with you because they've seen you 8 times in their feed and you've never met them before. It gets fun. It gets interesting. And marketers love social media because for all of human history, you've had to pay to get your face out there, to get your logo out there. This is rare times still. Even though it feels like this has been around forever, it's really relatively new in the world of business. If you have questions on marketing, if you want help or just general questions, or something's not working for you right now, The Difference Engine is my handle on all platforms. You can reach me out. YouTube is when I check the most, but feel free to get in touch with me and we'll chat about it.